Welcome back to your 321Forms HR Administrator homepage. I'm going to now show you how to assign, process, and archive your new hire paperwork. In order to do this, we need to know where the new hire paperwork or open enrollment activity has occurred. Let's say we know we have had some new hires in the Galena store in this example. We need to select the Galena store under the divisions. From here, we can see some quick statistics of the forms that have been submitted to the Galena store. We want to select the unassigned forms. Unassigned forms is how all forms will initially come in to this store. Unassigned means that they have not been manually assigned to another HR staff for their review. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say we want to view Houston's employee paperwork. This list of employee folders is here in accordance to the most recent updated activity. Let's go ahead and select Houston's name now. We can see that Houston has submitted 3 forms in his new hire paperwork packet. In order to assign this to another HR staff, we simply select the checkbox next to the form that we would like another HR staff to review. We go to the bottom of the list of forms and select the staff that we are going to assign this form to. Next, select the Assign to this HR staff. When we assign a form to another employee, this means that it will show up in their 321Forms inbox and no longer in the unassigned forms area, as we can see. Now we are left with these forms to process. We have selected Gina Fay to be responsible of the Utah New Hire Registry that we have assigned to her. Now I will show you how to process your forms, particularly the I-9 form, as that requires some back-end work for you as an HR manager or a store manager. Go ahead and select the name next to the form that you are going to process. Once you select the name, it opens up a new window for you to process this form. The first thing you'll want to do is view the form for accuracy. Once you select the form, it builds it in its PDF format in a new window. As we can see, our employees' paperwork has been submitted in an accurate and clear and bolded manner. This information is easily legible, so we can see if the information is accurate or not. Once we have reviewed the information, go ahead and close that window. Next, we're going to change the status of the form. Our different options are approved or rejected. If we reject a form, that means that there has been something wrong, and we would like to make it known that we have recognized that error. We simply select the rejected status and then select the Change Status button. An employee will be able to see this within their 321Forms account, but you may need to notify them so that they can know to return into their 321Forms account and make the necessary changes. You can also add a note to the employee so they know what changes to make. In order to do that, you will want to uncheck this box which hides the note from the employee. You can also make notes here to other HR staff about this form here. You simply enter the text and then select Add this note. In this situation, let's say that the information was all accurate. Then we want to approve the form and change the status. Once we change the status of an I-9 form to approved, it automatically directs us to this page where we can enter in our side of the I-9, or the HR side. An employee will need to bring in their documentation for you to fill out this section. If you have questions concerning the type of documentation your employee can provide, you can select these help buttons throughout the system to be able to help you. This will show you additional information concerning the documentation which is appropriate for the I-9. Once your employee brings in their documentation, go ahead and fill out the necessary information. Another nice feature about this system is it will help you accurately fill out your I-9 documentation. For example, a company can be fined for listing A, B, and C documentation on an I-9. In this situation, when you select documentation A, only documentation A information will be provided for you to enter. Likewise, if you select B and C, only information concerning B and C will be shown to you. Also, according to the Paperless Act, electronic signatures are accepted on a federal and state level. This makes it so companies across the nation can save paper and also can save time in processing their paperwork. Go ahead and put your electronic signature here. This next section pertains to Section 3 of the I-9. Again, if this is not necessary for you to fill out, that information will not be asked you. If you have additional questions concerning your I-9, please contact an HR staff representative of your company or contact your 321Forms technical support. Now we have finished completing the I-9. Go ahead and save your information. We can see that the status has been successfully changed. Once we successfully change the status to either approved or rejected, this particular form will automatically be archived after a certain amount of time. When we archive the form, it is still accessible to us through our search feature and is still on our employee storage, but it will not appear in our unassigned forms area any longer. If we would like to immediately archive the form, we can do so in this processing menu by scrolling down and selecting the Archive Form button here. I'll go ahead and archive this form. But first, I want to show you that your information has successfully been populated to your I-9 form. Let's double check that now. So once again, we are building the PDF in a new window to ensure the information is accurate. From here, we can see Houston's information, as well as the HR side's information. Well done on filling out your side of the I-9. Now, as mentioned, we can comfortably archive our form knowing that everything is accurate. Now this application has been successfully archived. We can return to our unassigned forms here. And now we can see we have one form left from Houston left to process. Congratulations, you have just learned how to assign, process, and archive your employee forms. For additional questions, please contact your 321Forms technical support. Thank you.